road to 50k subs, so it would mean a lot if you guys subscribed right now. Alright, so it has been around 5 to 6 days since we first saw the Starr Park CCTV. The very first day we saw the CCTV was November 2nd, 2023, and as of while I'm recording this video, it is now November 7th, 2023. I promised to keep you guys updated with all the news on the CCTV through my channel, but I was not able to do so. The first video I made was the info video about the CCTV for November 2nd, and at that time we did not know a lot about the CCTV. So the second video I made was like a continuation video for November 2nd, and then I also told you what happened on November 3rd and 4th as well. Although I was not able to give you all the info from what happened from November 4th, and trust me, a lot has happened since then. So this video will be a continuation from November 4th till November 7th. In the last video, the last thing I told you was that how on November 4th there was completely new people walking in the park. This means that new types of NPCs could be seen to be walking in and out of places and everywhere in the footages, and also how the colors in the CCTV were more brighter and clearer. And all of this happened after it was morning in Starr Park. According to the time in the CCTV is 8 AM, and everything was normal at Starr Park and things were going completely how they used to, until 7 hours later. 7 hours later, which is the time the shop in Brawl Stars officially resets, and then we have new deals, new offers in the shop and everything. Then we saw a free gift in the shop. There was a free profile icon waiting for us at the shop, which was quite suspicious because we seem to have no news or no announcement or even a mention of it anywhere, even not in the Brawl Stars social medias. The free icon was a Starr Park CCTV profile icon, which was, by the way, animated. And I think besides the hypercharged profile icons, this is the very first custom animated profile icon, because you can see the camera constantly moving up and down. Anyways, besides that, there was a secret time code given in this offer, which you guys can see on the offer itself. It is pretty obvious. So now let's go click on the CCTV and watch this secret clip that's present inside this time code after we enter it. Okay, so the first time code has been discovered, and it is 041195153622, and here is the secret clip. Okay, so long story short, in this clip we can see both Leon, Nita and Mandy. Mandy seems to be working inside her stall, and then Nita first enters and calls Mandy to show her something. Then Nita points at the sky, and then after a while when Mandy sees nothing, she gets confused and looks at Nita. Nita then points out again, but Mandy looks harder and still could not see anything, because what she did not know was Nita was trying to distract her, while Leon, the sneaky guy he is, sneaks up behind them and steals 3 of Mandy's lollipops, and later puts one of them in his mouth and runs away. We can see the security guard which finally notices this stealing and chases them to catch them, but he also fails in doing so. Okay, so the important thing to point out in this clip is first Mandy that owns a candy stall at Starr Park, and the very uncalled face reveal of Nita and Leon, because in the game we cannot see their faces and we have never ever seen their faces. So turns out both of them are children, both inside the game and Starr Park as well. Later on the same day, we saw a new page inside of the Starr Park security logbook, and the page was from the same location and the same officer, but the date was November 5th, 1995. On 9/15, Rick, the officer in the logbook, he wrote that he had a run in with some juvenile delinquents, had to set them straight. I run a tight ship around here. He is also seen bored once again and wrote a new song idea which goes like do 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 done be do. I guess this makes sense to him, but for us it does not. This writing confirms a lot of things here. This means that the security guard that we saw from the clip which was chasing Leon is actually Rick, the guy that sits in the same security room that we take a look at every single day, and who also writes in the logbook, because we can clearly see how he said that he had to run behind those juvenile delinquents, which, as we already know, that he is referring to Nita and Leon from this clip. So this clip also reveals us Rick's face here. Despite those face reveals, we can also see Poco in the background. He is seen strumming his guitar as usual and is surrounded by a crowd of people listening his music. In this clip, it looks like he is still looking very human and looks like that he has a human face when he was in Starr Park. Alright, so context and conclusion, I think this means that this new Starr Park lore is surrounding around the origin of brawlers and how their abilities were truly discovered, because their past lives really describe their in-game abilities, you know. For example, Leon being sneakingly invisible in this clip, Loco strumming the guitar, and Mandy selling her candies. So I think they are really connected to each other. Apart from that, I also think that these are real events that happened inside Starr Park. But then you might be wondering, then why are they animated in cartoon style? Well, I think this has been done so it makes more sense to us, because when you transition to the CCTV, it first says time anomaly detected. So I think it has to do everything with time travel. So as soon as we travel from inside the game, we can only see the footages of 1995 in Brawl Stars style, because we are originally time traveling from inside the game, so it cannot shift its time dimensions. I think that makes the most sense here. After we got a new time code this morning, nothing happened and the footages in the CCTV were playing normal once again. Until 9 hours later, when it was officially night at Starr Park, which means 12 AM, and this is the official time when Starr Park transitions to night. And when this happened, a lot changed. The pen from 3rd November disappeared from the table, and now we had a walkie-talkie inside the CCTV room table. The cameras also changed, as we had new angles for the CCTV in Rumble Jungle and Piper's hometown, which you can probably relate to what you have seen in several other environments. We also had a new camera footage, which was looking like to be from an underground mine. And by the way, when you find a new time code and watch the clip in it, the clip then gets stored forever inside the security tape archives. So if you ever want to go watch it again, you don't need to retype the time code. You can just go to the security tape archives and you can find your clip saved there or stored there. After these changes, nothing happened and the CCTV footages were seen to be progressing normally again, until 5 hours later. 5 hours later, we saw a Dynamite standing in the CCTV footages every 5 minutes later. He's looking like he is standing in a weird position, but in reality, he is actually polishing something which seems to be his yellow helmet. Sometime after, Jackie was also seen to be slowly peeping out of an entrance of another mine. And in one of the clips, we can see Jackie's driller, or at least what her driller was inspired from. Later, it also turns out that the official timings of Starr Park day and night were also changed. Before, as you know, these were the official timings of the day and night in Starr Park. Now the nights were reduced by 2 hours or so, and you can see the official timings here in the screen. Other than that, nothing suspicious happened in the CCTV footages and everything was normal once again. We have officially transitioned to the morning of 5th November 1995. Starr Park is open once again, and once again new characters can be seen walking in and out, and the colors also look a little bit different. This morning in Starr Park was awfully quiet and everything was normal in the park until 7 hours later. 7 hours later, another new time code was found inside a new Brawl Stars picture. The picture was to announce the Brawl Pass, which was releasing the Bizarre Circus Brawl Pass and the Dark Clown Sam skin, that according to that tweet from that time would be coming out tomorrow on 6th November 2023. But if you click on the image and zoom on Sam's knuckles, which for the Dark Clown Sam skin is a pair of toothpieces, you can see a secret with time code written on them. So once again, let's go click on the CCTV and watch the secret clip that's present inside this time code after we enter it. The second time code has also been discovered and it is 051195160152, and here is the secret clip. Alright, so long story short, I think the miners inside the mine are on a lunch break, because first Jackie can be seen eating a sandwich and chilling besides that rock, and Dynamite can also be seen. Also we can see bunch of TNTs on the other side of the mine in one camera footage. But suddenly Dynamite can be seen pulling out a lighter and lighting up a rope of some kind, which seems to be connected with something. He does that excitingly, as if he is not aware of what will happen. Even after he lit up the rope, he is seen very excited and happy and calls Jackie to show her this thing he has done. He is like a psycho who is obsessed with dynamite and things related to it. Anyways, after Dynamite calls Jackie to show her what he did, Jackie throws her sandwich at him, and when Dynamite looks at her, she looks mad. She looks absolutely shocked and shows him what he has done and how the burning rope will soon reach the TNTs on the other end. They both get alerted and they quickly hide behind a rock. After the big boom from the TNT happens, two of the camera are seen to be destroyed in the process and they give no footage. There's now only one camera seen to be working in this scene, and as soon as the smoke clears, one of the CCTV cameras seems to be fallen inside a mine full of purple gems. The mine looks something like the purple gem hole in Gem Grab inside Brawl Stars. Dynamite soon goes near the mine, and as soon as he sticks his head to see what these gems are, it looks like as if he got hypnotized by those gems. He then proceeds to pick up some of the purple gems and dances happily. But to be fair, Dynamite is actually a miner, and I think they might be looking for some kind of jewels or diamond while they are working and mining. So I think it's very fair for him to be happy. But later I will show you in the video how this is not the case and he is completely hypnotized by those purple gems. And by the way, if you did not know, there was a damageable object in Brawl Stars. When the game was in portrait mode, there was an object called TNTs that worked exactly like these TNTs. So when you damage those TNTs, the walls and objects around them break. So it was like a Dynamite super, but a time bomb which only blasts after you damage it. So I think that might be something related to these TNTs as well. Anyways, now we have spotted two new brawlers in the CCTV that are Jackie and Dynamite, and this clip here explains the origins of TNTs, Dynamite's obsession with explosions, and Jackie's driller as well, which we saw in one of the footages. We also had a new page in the Starr Park security logbook. It was named in the same location and written by the same officer, but the date was November 6th, 1995. On 7/10, Rick wrote, "Clean up on aisle 3. Ha ha ha." I cracked myself up, but seriously, there was a major explosion in the mines and someone needs to look at it, which is referring to the clip of Dynamite and Jackie that we just saw. Also, if you did not know, I already made a theory on how these purple gems seem to be affecting brawlers so much that they go crazy and they turn evil, and these purple gems actually make them so crazy that they turn to fight with everyone. So maybe this is the start of bad things happening in Starr Park. So I think things might start to escalate quickly very soon now. So now we also know that all the time codes and writings in the logbook are like a record of major disturbing events that happened inside Starr Park, and I believe this is just the start. Things will only get much worse from now. Anyways, nothing major happened on 5th November, but the timings of day and night have been changed again, and these are the new official timings now. Nothing major happened this day in Starr Park. All the CCTV footages were completely normal and it was probably the calmest day we have had so far. Although we were certain that on 7th November we will get another time code because that is the day Ringmaster Byron officially releases, and we were almost certain that with its release, a post will be released inside with a picture, and inside it there will be a new secret time code leading us to a secret clip. But the only update from 6th November is a new page in the Starr Park security logbook, which was from the same location and the same officer, but it was for 7th November 1995. It is actually a drawing of Dynamite, but how Rick sees him, because he's the one that exploded the TNTs in the mines and ran away with the purple gems. The page also says new invention, rocks that go on your hands, and it also had a visual drawing of them, which is then seen to be crossed out by Rick because Rick realizes and says, never mind, that's just gloves. Which is Rick just being silly, as he's usually very bored in the CCTV room, so I don't think this logbook means anything major. The interface in the CCTV room also changed. The walkie-talkie had disappeared and the pen was back once again, but the pen's position was changed. Last time when we saw the pen, it was on 4th November, but then on 5th November it disappeared. Although now it's back again, but the positions have changed. Here you can see a comparison of their positions from 4th November and 6th November. When 7th November started, it was officially night at Starr Park, which is 19 according to the CCTV time. And everything was looking normal until 5 hours later. 5 hours later, it was officially morning in Starr Park. And something strange was caught by our team. By the way, our team is Starr Archive. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to them on YouTube. They're the ones that are recording each and every loop every single day of the CCTV footages, so big thanks to them. Anyways, thanks to our team, they have caught the secret clip live that was meant to be seen as a time code, and the time code would be later teased to us in a Brawl Stars post or picture. And this is the secret clip. Okay, so long story short, Dynamite came inside Bull's Diner. If you did not know, Bull's Diner is a restaurant that Bull owns and he serves people food there. Dynamite came in with a box full of those purple gems that he found. He's seen to be sitting on a chair, just continuously looking at those purple gems inside the box. He's like completely lost in them. When suddenly Bull turns behind to see what he's doing and what's going on in his restaurant, Dynamite sees that Bull turns his head suddenly, and as a reflex, he gets scared and falls down. In this process, when Dynamite falls down, he knocks one of the purple gems outside the box, and now the purple gem is sitting on the table in front of Bull in Bull's Diner. I think the realization that Bull found out about those purple gems scares Dynamite the most, and he totally runs away from the restaurant. Bull is looking awfully confused here. Afterwards, he looks at the table and looks at that confusing glowing purple rock. He looks at it for a second and then he lifts the purple gem up. And exactly at this moment, his eyes shine like Dynamite's did. It's like they are hypnotized by the purple gems. He then shouts crazily and then jumps on the table with style, and now the purple gem is in his pocket. With style, Bull removes his chef hat and reveals his lavishly hair. He aggressively jumps and delivers the customer's burger sitting in front of him, but in the process he also knocks him over with his leg for some reason. He then jumps again and knocks the other customer with his leg on the other table and is seen to be going next to the restaurant store. It looks like he then howls aggressively like a beast, and then he turns behind with his eyes wide open like a true beast. Okay, so this scene here proves our theory that the purple gem is some kind of hypnotizing gem that turns and makes brawlers go crazy, and after that they are never the same again. We also believe that the purple gem is the one that made all the brawlers so awfully aggressive and evil that they just start fighting with everyone or each other. Because in Brawl Stars, you may have seen every Brawl Stars animation, and in those animations, the only thing that you cannot ever explain is why they suddenly start fighting with each other for no reason. I mean, can anyone explain how that happens? I think that is exactly the reason why nobody can explain this. But now with the Starr Park CCTV lore, everything is slowly getting clearer, and I think Dynamite seems to be the key here. Even accidentally, he is still the guy who found the gems, and he is now delivering them all accidentally or knowingly to all of the brawlers at Starr Park, and this is their origin, which means that Dynamite was the one behind it all. He was the one who originally started everything. In the upcoming days at the CCTV, I believe it will only get worse from here, because now the purple gems are getting distributed to other brawlers as well. So I think we can expect major events to happen soon. And by the way, the events for 7th November end here. I will update you all on the further future events as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned. That will be all for this CCTV update video. Subscribe for more updates, news on the CCTV and more. And see you in the next one.